Good afternoon and welcome to the Windsor Star's Net News at noon. I'm Craig Pearson with Don McArthur bringing you the best from the paper and the web. Emergency crews responded to an industrial accident at the GM transmission plant this morning where a man was apparently hurt by a piece of equipment. He was ferried by ambulance to hospital. His condition is still unknown, but we will have updates for you later.
Okay, and folks in Windsor, police are on the hunt for a black Mercedes-Benz that slammed into a cyclist last night at the corner of Wyandotte Street and Willette Avenue. And as well, police are seeking a mentally ill man who went missing from his home on Felix Avenue. Check the story for details.
Canadian auto workers across the province are having protests and a day of action today. They're talking about the lowering of benefits and pay at auto plants across the country. Locally, a large turnout is expected at a number of plants. Star's going to be there. We'll have words and pics for you later.
Exactly. Folks, in yesterday's tornado watch, thankfully turned out to be much ado about nothing for Windsor and Essex County. We did a live chat about it anyway. People love talking about the weather. But there is, in fact, a wind warning in effect for today. Environment Canada is warning the winds could be blowing up to 60 kilometers an hour with gusts up to 90. So hang on to your hats.
3 local organizations are vying for some sizable money through Pepsi. A bunch of these groups are trying through the Refresh Everything, Pepsi Refresh Project, and these local groups need your help. They want your votes, not just today, but every day till Sunday, because that's when the contest ends. The Humane Society has been vying for a $100,000 grant, and they have been neck and neck in first place for that one grant. Meanwhile, Windsor Regional Hospital is vying for one of 2 $25,000 grants. They are in 5th place. And finally, St. Anne School is going for a $10,000 grant. There's 3 of those. They're in 2nd place. Go to Refresh Everything, cast your vote. You can do it for each of the categories once a day.
Okay, folks, and the province's Special Investigations Unit is investigating an incident in Windsor when a 21-year-old man was tasered. Now, apparently, police encountered sort of a naked, blood-covered man late Monday night, election night, and they had to deal with it. Of course, the SIU, they investigate sort of all incidents involving police that lead to death or serious injuries. So they're looking into it, and that's the latest there.
Speaking of making news, our own Bob Duff is actually getting some headlines about himself in there.
Yeah, exactly. For whatever reason, I really like this story. He was in a sideline dust-up after the Lancers were eliminated, the football team, on the weekend there. He was in a little bit of a dust-up with Matt Morency, who's a Hamilton Tiger Cat, last year's sort of male athlete of the year for the Lancers, and also the coach's son, the son of Mike Morency, and of course the Duffer has been outspoken, calling for the coach's ouster, and again he did it. The loss on the weekend, they just got killed, 56-16 to the Laurier Golden Hawks.
Apparently, according to sources who were there, I was not, but Matt Morency came up to Duff and they had some words, and he ended up grabbing Bob Duff's notepad apparently and walking away with it. And apparently Duff said that if he kept it, he would phone the police. And according to sources, apparently he ripped some pages up and threw it all up into the air, and there you go.
Yeah, well, one of those sources certainly in the story today was Bob Belichico from A-Channel. He saw it all go down. He said there was some expletives hurled, this and that, nothing physical, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But obviously some, some fairly taut and tense emotions there. But the Duff, he filed a formal complaint with the school's athletic director, Gord Grace, and the school is looking into it. Morency, the junior, he didn't really comment in the story on the front of today's sports section, but like I said, he's a Tiger Cat now, and the Tiger Cat spokesperson said, look, we talked with him, you can't really go do this sort of thing, but obviously, hey, the guy loves his dad.
Well, yeah, and I can't blame him for standing up for his dad, although it still doesn't give you the right to, take somebody's property or to in any way physically confront them. Duff isn't the first person to suggest that perhaps the coach should go. Alan Halberstadt, the counselor out of the blue on his blog, called for that as well. One thing I will say in defense of Coach Morency is that the University of Windsor football program is one of the most underfunded programs in the city. I mean, I should say in the country. University-wise, I think it's only about a $100,000 program, maybe not even that, and I think there are some out there who actually have $1 million, which helps with recruiting and coaching and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but dollar bills don't score touchdowns, and if the Duffer was here, he'd tell you to let the numbers speak for themselves. Under 13 years with Morency, the Lancers have had 1 winning season, 1 playoff win, and an overall record of 34 wins, 68 losses, and 1 tie.
Okay, well, there's that.
All right. Okay, folks, online and on your porch, we are the Windsor Star.